new Arrma Mini Kraton on the beach. Maybe I can claim first beach run. Limited area here because the ice is blocking us in still. But this thing is I think it's safe to say this is a certified ripper. I'm messing with the DSC stability control. I've never had a car with DSC, and right now it's turned off. Trying to figure out what exactly it does and how it behaves. It's definitely, it wants to go straighter with the DSC turned on. Little wheelie there. But I don't know if I like it better. And I don't know how exactly to explain the difference. So that's been with it off. To turn it on, you crank the wheel right, and hit the power button on the back. That's level 2. And now when you gun it, it wants to go, it definitely wants to just pull straighter and not veer, but it will still let you slide around. See, it will still let you slide around. I've been running it about 10 minutes here or so. I'm driving one-handed, so it's hard to get up to speed really. Definitely is a little bit easier to drive with the DSC on. Let's crank it up to level 4. That's 3. That's 4. Yeah, now it really wants to, on the launch, it really wants to go straight. That's where I kind of am really noticing it the most, is on the launch. Now I can bring it down here, whip a donut. But it's really on that launch when it starts to spin, it seems to help it really go straight. And be a little bit easier to drive. And it rips pretty good. I've had a lot of fast RC cars and overpowered RC cars, and this is I don't think I'd say it's overpowered, but it's fast for sure. I'm not immediately yearning more speed because I kind of wanted this to be reliable as well. Oop. Almost in the water there. They claim it is waterproof, but driving in water at the beach is not a great idea because you get sand and you get wet sand and everything. It might have already been in the water already. Oop. There, it's in the water a little bit. I did turn up the punch control to level 9. That helped a lot because this thing did have quite a hesitation off the line. And now that's a lot better. I turned up the braking some, one from I think 67 to 75, and the brakes are a lot better. And then I turned up the reverse speed from I think 25 to 50. But so here's an example with a level 9 punch. We'll just give it everything. That was for very quickly. It takes off good on level 9 with minimal to no delay. It comes on level 6, and that was pretty... Level 6, it had a little bit of delay. And then that's full brake. I might turn up the brake more yet on these lower traction surfaces. When you want to just lock up the tires and slide, it still wants to roll. So it probably needs a little bit more braking. I had a E-Max before, and when you would hit the brakes, it would lock up like nothing. And I mean, it would do front flips from locking the brakes up. So this could definitely use more braking yet. And then reverse, I think I turned up the reverse some. That's pretty good for reverse. You don't need everything for reverse. Of course, I've got the speed key in. If any adult is driving this who knows how to drive, they're gonna want that key in. You can always turn the radio throttle down to 50%, and that'll be like with the speed key out. So that's really a thing for kids, which it's a cool thing, but I'll be leaving it in for me. Last thing I wanted to do for this video was come over here, and we're at 7 minutes on the video. I was running it a little bit before the video, but let's take a look in here. Sand at the back, a little bit of sand at the front, but motor temp. I mean, I'm touching the metal heatsink there, and now the motor, and it's slightly warm. The heatsink's not even warm. The motor is slightly warm, and that's some full throttle rips on the beach. It's probably about 60 degrees outside, so not blistering hot, but that's pretty awesome that we can be doing that on 3S, ripping these speed runs up and down the beach. I've had other cars and the motor would be way hotter than that by now, so that was one of my biggest fears with this car, and that does not seem like an issue. So I'll have some more videos to come. Comment if you like any of this, and if you want to see anything else with this car, but so far I'm pretty impressed, and it's a ripper. Okay, one more small update. I just hit low voltage cutoff like 1 minute after I ended the last video, so 7 minutes plus maybe 10, almost 20-minute runtime on the included 3S 2000 milliamp battery. That's pretty good, especially with running it decently hard on the beach here. And I mean, like I said, was just running it, just ended the other video and then it basically kicked in, but temps are very cool. Let's see, battery latch opens fine, battery temp only very slightly warm, barely even warm, so pretty impressed on the electronics in this thing so far. Decent amount of sand in there, like I said, but we'll swap batteries and I'll rip some more. Okay, we'll see how a little bit of this goes. One-handed driving with the ramp. I don't know. Don't have a huge run-up right here. Don't need a huge run-up with a Mini. Driving one-handed again. Backflip. Did not stick the landing. She's fine. This thing is freaking sick. I can't believe how good it jumps. It's probably the best jumping RC car I've ever had. That air control is awesome. No backflip. One more. Big backflip. This thing will wheelie on the grass. Base of the ramp. Able to backflip. Could have landed if I was watching. Okay, one more clip. Did not break anything outside. Hit that jump several more times with backflips, probably 10 feet in the air. If you land a little bit nose down, this bumper tries to dig into the grass and kind of brings you to a stop. No damage. And if you land a little bit rear down, the rear will bounce and send you into a flip. So you really want to land it flat, but like I said, no breakage. So that's kind of the most important part to me, is you can send it up in the air and not break it. Now here's the Kraton 6S, 8th scale for size comparison. It's totally dwarfing over this. I think they really don't have anything in common because it's a totally different platform. If we pull the giant body off, I mean, it's a totally different layout. This is almost probably more like the 10th scale 4S Kraton, because it's just, this is a completely different layout. It's just the style of truck. This Mini might be better with a little bit bigger tires, but in the sand and in the grass so far, it tears it up really good. The full-size one here has aftermarket Proline wheels that are bigger, and they're almost a little bit too big. So more comparable to this, we have the Lowe's NASCAR that's kind of on the same chassis, honestly. The Grom chassis, lining the back wheels up. The front wheels almost line up. The NASCAR is actually a little bit longer. And then under the body, we see a very similar arm design, although we're definitely more beefy on the Kraton. And Arrma has the Typhon, which has the wider arms, but we can see the arms on the Kraton are definitely on the Mini Kraton, they're definitely beefier. So this thing would be beefier than a Typhon, and slightly bigger. But so far I'm really impressed with it. Having good luck, and we'll see future videos on it.